Mum, Dad's got another tattoo!
In this week's episode, we've got a guest host. We spend 20 minutes not answering a listener's question, and one of the tattoos gets a tattoo as we navigate midlife. Hello and welcome to episode 17 of Mum, Dad's Got Another Tattoo, the Midlife Crisis podcast. I'm Mark and I am joined by my co-host Richard.
Hello.
And in a new change to the format, a special guest host.
Mixing it up a bit.
We are mixing it up a bit. He is co-founder of The Padded Cell, emotional currency and conscious awareness coach, public speaker on mental health, and helps individuals move from burnout to balance. He is the future unofficial world skipping champion, and his journey through the construction industry has taught him more about life than any manual could. Starting as an apprentice in 1994, he rose through the ranks, founded and scaled a national building services company, and learned sometimes the hard way what works and what absolutely doesn't. These days, he's focused on less on concrete, less on contacts, less on contracts, and more on helping people and businesses grow with intention. He's also a very dear and old friend of both Richard and I. Welcome to Mum, Dad's Got Another Tattoo, Russell Stilwell.
Thank you for having me. I think you missed something out of that.
What did I miss?
Missed it. You missed a little bit of that. And trying very, very hard to remain in society.
What, are you on the brink of being exiled?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But I've had my Spider-Man mask on a couple of times to come to work. So
we're gonna buy a yurt off Temu, moving to the forest.
We'll come to all this.
Well, when you've gone through all that lot, it takes a little bit of journey to stay straight and narrow. But yeah, no, all good. And thank you for having me. And looking forward to co-hosting with you.
Yeah, looking forward to having you on there. We would like people to get in touch with us. Dad's Got Another Tattoo at gmail.com, and on social media, Dad's Got Another Tattoo. Instagram is probably the best one, but any of those will do. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences and react to them. Bill I Am has got in touch with us, and he has asked us a question. It's not about something, I guess, that we've covered in detail so far, but, you know, it's right in the sort of middle-aged wheelhouse. Intrigued to hear your opinion on kids messaging with short text in the world of the smartphones. He adds, they'll never know the pain of a Nokia with an SMS limit. Well, that is true.
Oh, those are the days. Those how good were you, though, when it was 3 letters per button and you could just do it without looking? It was Russ. What was it? Because when you must have had the classic orange and black Builders Nokia Special, it was indestructible. What was that? A 3330?
So my phone had a case around the outside of it that snapped together, and it was dust proof, waterproof. Fucking builder's finger-proof. I sat there, you talking about sitting there and how good were you at doing the 3-button thing. You want to try doing it with a fucking pair of gloves on PPE.
That's a whole other level. I reckon that phone in that case could have got further than the submersible that tried to get to the Titanic. That would have got to the bottom, intact, come up, and still worked.
Mate, it went through some abuse.
For a pint.
It went through some abuse. You got launched a few times and all.
Yeah, it's a standard.
But I mean, it does show how quickly technology has moved on in a relatively short amount of time. I think my daughter, who's 9, she is bemused by the fact that I didn't have a mobile phone. I think I got my first one when I was 19, maybe. And it's taken
that
a while.
late?
Yeah. Well, there were people. It was in my second year at university. My dad got me a phone, much to his regret, because I absolutely rinsed that fucking bill.
Didn't you see? I was originally on the late great, still to this day missed Mercury 3 after 7 in the evenings. I smashed the life out of that.
There was loads of that, but as you can imagine, I was just phoning whoever the fuck I want whenever I wanted.
Because he's 100 miles away. What the fuck's he going to do about it?
Do you know what I used to love about what with phone numbers, especially when we migrated, if you like, from landline conversation and landline dialing to mobiles? we all knew each other's landline numbers.
Oh,
So I think
100%.
I think I can say, I think I can tell you yours, Mark, and I think I might even be able to tell you yours, Rich.
I'll say yours at the end, Russ. I don't know Richard's, but I definitely know Russell's.
I know Mark's.
Go for it.
So Mark's was 0208.
It's a good start.
Six. It's gone out of my head.
Right, I'm going to do yours.
It's
then.
gone. It's gone. I had it, and it's got a 6 in it. It's got 5 in it.
Yeah,
Don't
say yours because I'm going to cover it.
6529, was it?
No,
it wasn't it. That wasn't it.
I'll tell you, Russell, I can do it right. 550-5901. There you go.
That's it. That's it. I remember it now.
I know Frank's 550-3520.
Yeah, I could have got that
6578 was your
6578.
6578.
Now I've got a song. Now I've got a song in my head, and I can't get rid of it.
Right, so I think we've drifted so far.
Yeah.
I know, Russ, you've spoken to me personally about, kids on phones and all the rest of it. I mean, what do you think about communication? Like, written communication, this is essentially is. Should we be insistent on as close to, like, proper grammar and articulation? Or should, if they're abbreviating everything... Is that fine? What do we think about that? Because my first reaction is always, no, it should be, as bang on as you can possibly be. But maybe that's not the right way.
I think we live in a world of efficiency, don't we? And everything is instant gratification, and the amygdala of a Gen Z is a very different makeup to the amygdala of us lot. And I think.
Is that true though? Right, I think we're going to have a lot.
We are going to have a lot of this.
Here we go.
I will
Here we go.
to a place to tell you how it's true in a second.
Right, go on.
Yeah, internet. It's called ChatGPT. No. Yes, I do believe there's a different. If our parents had 20 amp fuses as their amygdala, I'll use sparky terms. We had 32 amp fuses, and Gen Z, I think, are probably touching 50 amp, maybe even 63 amp fuses, and Alpha, I think, are 100 amp fuses.
Right, I've got my first question. What's the difference between a 30 amp fuse and 100 amp fuse?
You're talking to it.
Well, we draw amps. So in your house, the possibility.
What's an amp?
So remember, we're going to do electricity. Listen, let's do it. So our house, in your house, there will be a service head under your stairs, or is somewhere in your on.
Just tell me what the higher number means.
That it can draw more current than the lower number. So there's more current. So basically it's working a lot harder, a lot faster. Can take a lot more. That little 20 amp fuse that our parents had, well, and with respect, it was good for stoicism, and it was good for British stiff upper lip, and it was good for keep calm and carry on and rebuild from the war. But put it alongside AI and technology and external validation through social media, and I think it's all a little bit different for that generation. That's why I give them that size fuse.
Yeah,
to be fair. And a case in point this week, my dad got a new laptop. 2 weeks ago, got a new laptop. Now, it's a normal Windows laptop. It's taken him 2 weeks to get used to it. Keys are in the same place. Everything's the same. I've got used to it now. It's a laptop, Dad. But yeah, I get what you... It's technology. It's something they don't grasp at as well.
Well, I don't think this is true, right? Because when you are at the... whenever the current day, for example... You are the most advanced civilization has ever been, right? Right on the vanguard.
Yeah.
That's where we are today. But do you know who else felt like that? People in 1905 who were seeing planes for the first time, like these little rickety things. Like, oh my God, we're in the future here. We can actually fly. And then 150 years later, we're looking at them, look at them silly knobs, thinking that they were, right? But every generation thinks that they are at the vanguard of civilization. And most of the time they're right. And whether that's fax machines, telephones, telegraph poles, can you believe it? We can actually talk to someone in America now.
Wasn't it about 100 years ago that someone actually stated everything that will be invented has been invented? They thought that was it.
Yeah, that is always because it seems like you are. You seems like you are here. So now we're talking about social media. There is a slight difference, I will say, because maybe our caveman brain is still only evolved enough to have like 100 people in it, because that's roughly the size of a village or a habitation that you grew up. And now, whenever you pump anything out into the world, you immediately have the potential for hundreds of thousands of people to react.
Especially in Russ's phone.
Especially in my phone. 100%.
It's got the same person in there 15 times.
That's all the transition. So that is all the transitions from that dust Nokia, that dust-proof Nokia, all the transitions through SIM card, save SIM over all of those years, tops up with 11,400 numbers.
Yeah, that's probably too many.
I don't even... let's not go there.
One of them been dead 5 years.
Yes.
With the texting language, I feel that children these days are so wedded to social media in that way, and they've got so many ways of communicating through it, different apps, that type of thing. I think that if it doesn't spill over into their mainstream, their work, their writing in a normal context, I just think it's simply speed.
You asked me the question, is it okay do I think it's okay for this shortened language, shortened text? If they can understand it and they can get things done and they can manoeuvre through life and progress through life at the pace that they want to, and that helps them do it, then so be it.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. The only danger is that you create a generation of people who break the rules, but to break the rules efficiently, you got to know what they are in the first place, right? And if you don't, that can really... I mean, I guess social media has taught me about how dire spelling generally is. Anyway, there, they are, that's a real issue as well. I'm gonna launch another front in this war. Should have versus should have. It should have. I should have done it. And the have is sometimes contracted to v. So I should have done it. And now should of is the thing. Stop doing it. You sound like a fucking idiot.
You can tell it's off today, can't you, Russ?
We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun this afternoon, aren't we?
I'm really torn, actually, between like this sort of curmudgeonly, these are the way things done, and the knowledge that, English and language generally is a rich, fluid, ever-changing and evolving. That's how you end up with flammable and inflammable mean the same thing.
You mentioned earlier, so when we were talking, you said earlier that this has always been. So you go back to 1905, go back to the 1800s. This has always been. There was always going to be a moment in time where I think in evolution, where the human being will be standing, looking at the capability of the planet as to what it can know or what it can know around itself, whether it's in that 100-person village or whether it's in multiple countries or continents around the world. And there will be a gap between, if you like, let's call it the younger generation, the childlings, the younglings, and the more experienced oldlings, parents, and then their parents, usually 3, maybe 4 alive. You might get great grandparents. I don't know many greats, but you certainly do get a lot of greats. And my question to you is take that structure, place it at now, place it at 1980, place it at 1940, place it at 1900, or do one or two of them. And do you think the gap that exists in that structure is not, you couldn't even put your arms together at the size of gap that there is in generation to now to what it used to be in evolution?
So you think the gap between generations is increasing every generation?
I think the speed in which technology is advancing in today, as the gap is just ridiculous between grandchild and grandparent. Basically, grandparent, if they don't know how to use an app, don't know how to use a phone, generally they can't park most places, they can't do their banking, there's a lot of stuff they can't do. And don't get me wrong, there's usually a loving grandson or grandchild, hopefully a loving grandson or grandchild that will help them be able to get there, or son or daughter that will help them get through that. But sometimes there's not. And that means that those people are stuck.
No, I don't think that the gap is getting that big. I think it's getting smaller. And
I think the gap's getting smaller.
I do think the gap's getting smaller. First of all, these patterns do repeat themselves over and over again. I'm always reminded of like the paraphrasing of a diary entry that says something like, went to the West End, saw a show, there was loads of piss people on the streets, couldn't get a cab, raining, it was awful, right? And that was Samuel Pepys's diary from the 17th century, middle of the 17th century, right? So these sort of whinging about young people, right? You'll find references to it all throughout classical literature, right? So that sort of disconnect from one generation to the next has always existed. And then I've always felt that like the gap between our grandparents' generation, the sort of war golden generation, and the boomers.
Yeah, war baby and baby boomers. Yeah.
Those two. I think the gap between those two was really big, was massive. Right? And the gap between our parents and us was smaller, and subsequent generations, it's ever smaller. And the reason for that is the rise of popular culture. Now, you know, I'm sure we'll get onto the stuff. Russell's parents were musicians as well. And I bet that the songs that they played and that they sang and then they performed, you love, right? You love those songs.
Yeah, because they're conditioned into me.
I know this is a very small sample set. My granddad fucking hated pop music. He absolutely could not stand it, right? And he would say, my dad would say, he said the Beatles wouldn't last. He said Simon and Garfunkel. He said Simon and Garfunkel were for kids, right? Where, you know, loads of the kids of the time fucking hated Simon and Garfunkel because they were like these like folky music. Yeah. And similarly, my dad would not like the Andrews Sisters and Jimmy Roselli and Frank Sinatra and all that sort of stuff. There was a massive divide between those two. Yeah. And then between us and our parents, we've got loads of common cultural reference points that we use, whether it's TV, and because you know, we shared that, and we share that with our kids as well. Like Richard's, so he went to see the Foo Fighters. Now in my mind, Foo Fighters are quite a modern new band, but of course they're like some of their songs are 30 fucking years old now. So my dad and his dad would never go to a concert together in a million years, and me and my dad go to them all the time.
And we go to some, you know, new up and coming comedy acts that we share love of, stuff like that. So it's
the general question.
I get what you're saying.
But the point about social media and the strains of, I wonder what it'd be, because you know your parents' generation read something on the internet, and because they grew up in an era of reading stuff in newspapers, if it was published, there was some sort of understanding that it had been verified or editorialised in some way, and so they tended to believe it. And so every time they see published media, they fucking just believe whatever they read.
I feel like the president most days. I get my dad calls me and I get 20 minutes of the most spurious football transfer news that he has read on the internet. It's my morning briefing, and I reckon 2% are actual genuine. And I go, stop believing everything. Okay.
So okay, because this takes me. So let me ask you another question then. So people now read on the internet, they now look at social media, and we generally socialise a lot. People socialise a lot through social media, and a lot less like down the pub. Yeah. Let's be honest, like we grew up around the cocked hat, right? We grew up in the cocked hat and the unicorn. And
these are pubs.
We spent a lot of it.
Not fashion items and pets.
No, this Definitely not. Definitely not. But what I'm saying is if someone came into the pub and as people got more and more a bit pissed, someone would come out with something. Yeah, you won't believe what I read in the Sunday Sport. Fucking
World War II bomber found on moon.
Yeah. The Chris Eubank is an alien. But what I'm saying is as that is in the environment of where people are generally paying to get pissed, that can have the piss taken out of it more and or become more and more silly and have been more believable in that environment or not.
Yeah.
Pub talk.
Yeah, I totally agree
pub
with
talk
that.
and pub speak. And now we don't have that kind of human connection. Is the gap that I already talk about.
Well, I think the impact of that is actually slightly different, which is your person who comes down with the Sunday Sport bomber found on the moon headline and announces it to the pub, because that social space is kind of there's a sample in that. There'll be people coming home from work in the city. There'll be builders who've been in there since R3. There'll be I'm guessing school kids. I don't know if that happens anymore, but it certainly does. But there'll be a little cross section of your little local area, right? And not scientifically sample. Anyway, the point is that when that person comes in to announce the Sunday Sport headline, most of the people will turn around and say, turn it in, well, yeah, that's a load of rubbish, and basically be able to convince that person.
It'd be peer reviewed by everyone in the pub.
Yeah, peer reviewed, that's really good. But in the absence of those spaces, what we're finding is that people will go online and find other people who believe that the bomber is actually on the moon, and before you know it, you've got like 50,000 people in a Facebook group all talking bollocks about something that 30 years ago it would have been nipped in the bud straight away. And I think it's like maybe extreme views and extreme behaviour is more prevalent because the lack of social spaces where that sort of stuff is self-regulated. I'm not saying that system was perfect, but it existed. And now, because you don't have that space is online, and if you don't like what someone's saying to you, you can just go and find someone who you do like what they're saying, and so you end up. Go on.
There's no one in your immediate vicinity to give you the verbally the other side of the coin. It's all written on a screen. You read it, you believe it. I'll just go and find people that think the same thing. As I said, there's no one's giving you the opposite there and then. If you don't want to hear the opposing view, you just don't look for it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we're sort of romanticising the sort of pub debates, but they used to go on, right? And people used to care about things like the balance of payments and other economic things that people don't even fucking know what they mean these days. But because it's not relevant to their life, but it used to be. And I'm not saying every pub in every country was some sort of hotbed of intellectual debate, but I'm just saying those guardrails were there, and now they've disappeared, and it coincides with a greater degree of siloing of ideas, where you just get bunches of people who believe the same thing, all shouting at someone else who believes the opposite, and no one ever changes their fucking mind, ever, about anything. And that is the downside, I think, of social media. I think there are many upsides, but it's definitely the downside. Anyway, Bill, I hope that answers your question about
just a mere 24 minutes.
Listen,
he's tuned out. He hasn't listened to that.
Bill,
he hasn't listened to that.
Bill's, he's all right.
See what you done, Bill?
He'll be all right, Bill.
So Friday, one of the someone who's got in touch with me, wants to be on the show in future, has said that one of the things that you develop as you get into midlife is this need, this obligation, and very deep psychological need to start giving back to the community. And I did a little bit of this on Friday. I was the keeper in Beat the Keeper at the school fair.
How many did you let in? How many kids won?
Can you imagine how competitive he was?
Well,
I can imagine him. I bet did you go and buy gloves for him?
Dressed all in black like Lev Yashin.
I did. It was on AstroTurf, so I needed to be a little bit more protected. For the Qatar World Cup, I bought a Peter Shilton Italia 90 inspired yellow jumper. Had that on.
Padded elbows.
No Paddy Delwell. No Paddy Delwell. It was only like a sort of not even a five-a-side goal as well. It was like a little kids goal. And you asked me how competitive I was. Well, I set a few ground rules. If they were year 1 and below, I would basically allow them to score as many goals as required to win the packet of sweets.
Lovely.
So I think it's
as you should. That's a socially acceptable way to do it.
Diving the wrong way.
A comedic effect.
Yeah. Sometimes
through the legs?
Yeah, through the legs if it was straight at me.
Love it.
Diving over the ball as well, like really theatrical dive, but over
Hamming
the
it
ball. Up. Yeah, really like it. So that was rule number 1. Little kids, they get sweets no matter what. Then if the penalties were taken from like the standard spot, not 12 yards out, but like we had like a specific circle on the pitch, and like right, that's where the ball goes. If it was straight at me, I would save it.
Yeah.
If they'd already won their sweets and got 2 out of 3, I'd save it if I could.
Yeah, nice. You're doing a bit of stock taking while you were in goal.
And my final rule was, if I didn't like their parents, I wouldn't let them score a fucking thing.
And that is how it should be.
As a kid, his dad moved to a different country, to a country that not many people move to, and that I happen to know really well, including, he said to me at one point, I've got to move to this area, but they won't let me go there. Like, my visa doesn't allow me to go there. I don't really know what it's like. I said, I know loads of people who live there. Let me know, and I'll...
Let me help you out. Little olive branch.
Didn't speak to me once about it, which, I took very personally. And so when his son took all of his 45 penalties, I saved them all.
Poor kid. He must have had a sleep. That's your dad's fault, that is. Should have screamed it. Yeah. That's your dad's fault.
Do you know what? He was... so you would get 3 goes, and he was buying them in, like, sort of rounds of 9.
So seriously competitive kid.
Yeah. Well, that's how I know he had 45. Here he comes again. There's also another kid who... any boy in my daughter's class, no goals.
Shut out. Clean sheet.
I was trash talking them through her for the rest of the week. I said, tell your boys, right? I know they all think they're quite good at football. I don't rate them. I mean, they are 9. Richard, you wanted to talk about fence. Now, I was a little bit reluctant at first, I won't deny, because I wanted to steer away from what you might call stereotypical midlife subjects like fences and creosote and that sort of thing. But then I thought, no, why should I be a gatekeeper? This is meant to be a healthy community where people get stuff off their chest. So the floor and the fence is yours.
Okay, so started with wanted to get garden fencing done. Many people do. How hard can it be? So a good friend of ours, Paul, saw his garden fence, really, really liked it. It's lovely, really well done. Even the neighbours next door got the same. Actually, we'll get Russ's input on this one because this is about tradies.
Are you there?
Here he is.
Well, it should be fine because it does say the actual recording at your end is higher than the recording quality is higher at your end.
Mm.
Can't hear you now. Oh no, go ahead. Yeah. No, I can now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking gone again.
It's going well, isn't it?
Can't hear you now.
Oh, Russell recording has stopped due to an incoming call. Right, what should we do? Should we leave the fence thing?
We'll do it. We'll do it. It's fine.
All right, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, so decided wanted to get the garden fences replaced. Friend of ours had his done last summer. Really lovely work. Even to the point where the neighbours opposite got the same fencing. Looks really nice. So I asked for the bloke's number. Local company, checked their reviews. On the whole, good. Not when it comes to me. Not when it comes to me, though. So, firstly, he comes round, yeah. Gives us the quote, perfect. Quote comes through, I paid a deposit, get an email saying, 2 weeks' time, we'll see you at 9:30 this time. Lovely. I'm sitting here on the day. What's going on? So, give him a little call. And I said, Lee, just wondering what time your guys are coming. You know, you get that awkward silence. It's never good.
He might as well put the phone down at that point, because you know what's coming.
Yeah. He went, Rich, I don't know how. We forgot to put you in the diary, even though I got an email confirmation. That's it. Yeah. So I said, Lee, not really happy. Yeah. I said, Lee, I'm not really happy about this. But all right, what can we do? He said, I can't do it for another 2 weeks now. Okay, swallowed that. I can see Russ's face. Russ knows his story. A tale as old as time. Right. So 2 weeks rolls round. I'm sitting here again, like a chump. I pick my phone up to say, Lee, where are you? He's texted me 6:30 that morning. No phone call, text me. My bloke's ill. Now, I've never done fencing before, but I'm pretty certain with the size of it, it's more than one fella that's coming. Right? We're going to have to reschedule. I wrote a text message, which I'm glad I didn't send. To be fair, as a mature adult now, I read it, deep breaths, rewrote it. And then,
Right, dear listener, that was about a 45-minute technological interlude. This fucking fence anecdote better be worth it. Go on then. What about the fucking fence?
Fucking hell. I forgot. Yeah, so, all right, long story short now, after that, I've lost all my energy. Yeah, so Lee, what happened to Lee? I didn't get a text message on the final Thursday saying, yeah, can't do it. So that's it. Asked for my deposit back. Have I got it? Nah.
What's going on there, Russ? Come on, you're on the tradesman side of things. This is a notorious issue with your industry generally. What the fuck's going on? He's got a better paying job somewhere else, isn't he?
So you're working locally in your area, Lee. You're working locally in your area, and it's spring and summertime, and fencing jobs are all over the place. This what happens, and you become busy. The phone starts ringing. Yeah, I can fit you in here. Yeah, I can fit you in here. Yeah, I can fit you in there. The thing is, and I mean this with the absolute greatest of respect, when we're running a business. This is running a business. This isn't just fitting fence panels and putting fences up. But these are the same people, though, that at school weren't paying much attention. These are the same people that, I mean this with respect, that, like me, wasn't great academically, was badly going off the rails, sitting over the park, smoking weed.
Mum, if you're listening to this, I never went with him ever. Right, carry on.
No. Don't know what park that was.
This isn't even the Russell that you know. Anyway, carry on.
But what I'm saying is that we weren't engaged. We got into trade because academia was not our thing. And I think that these local businesses in these local areas are great at putting up fences. I bet he's all right.
Oh, he had a can-do attitude. I'll give him that.
I bet you know. Yeah.
Oh, he was positive.
I bet he's good with attitude and all.
Fucking positive when he took $1,000 off me and all.
Yeah. Well, this is the other thing. He slipped into the. Can I take a deposit? I need a deposit. And he's running around with a calendar and a diary, trying to get round everyone, fit all the jobs in, squeeze them all in. Oh, he's cancelled. Can't do that one then. Do that one then. Do this one there. And I'm not making excuses for him.
Well, I haven't heard an excuse yet. I've just heard you describe what is happening in greater detail.
I believe that he needs some mentoring in his business in being able to help manage with customer service. And I think if he had that and he was good at putting up fences, I've got no doubt.
Does it help me get my fence put up, Russ? I just want a fence.
You need to find a fence. I know someone.
Still no deposit.
I know a good fence. I know a good fence guy.
Oh, so it's basically he's taking loads of deposits and it's a fucking lucky dip if you get it done or not. Is that what you're saying?
Well, the recommendation. You need to do it through recommendation, didn't you?
It was a recommendation.
Who recommended him?
A good friend of ours.
Well, he ain't that good a friend, is he? He is a really good friend. We're doing Lee a real disservice here. He is a good friend.
Disservice. Wait till he sees my review when I get my deposit back. Oh, you share disservice.
So, are you going to stay friends with the friend of friend?
He's one of my oldest mates. It's Ches. I went and saw the work. His one was lovely. Yeah.
So Ches has recommended someone that he's got a lovely fence and he's got a lovely fence in his garden that's taken $1,000 off you and told you he forgot to put you in the diary twice.
Yeah, and the fella was sick. He's got one magic fella that puts fences up. He must be strong.
What did you do? What did you do when he came round to survey? Did you offer him a cup of tea?
I did. Gave him an orange squash. Fucking Robinsons.
You should add that onto the amount that you want back.
Yeah.
He sounds to me like you've got an overwhelmed fencer.
Yeah, overwhelmed.
That doesn't know how to manage his diary and has sadly got himself in a bit of a bugger's muddle, isn't he?
If I could summarise what I think Russell said is that I think your main mistake, Richard, appears to, in order to get a fence put up, your biggest mistake was phoning a fencer. Is that what you said?
Yeah, what I've got to do is phone 4 fencers, give them a grand each, and hope one turns up.
I've got tattoo news. I've got 2 bits of tattoo news, in fact.
He has.
First bit, there you go, social people. Got a new tattoo, haven't I? Mum, Dad's got another tattoo. It's gone a bit meta. My tattoo has got a tattoo.
His tattoo has got a tattoo.
So on her shoulder is a little heart saying mum. Because I didn't want a heart saying mum on me. So I outsourced it to the tattoo. So on Gaia's Mother Earth's shoulder, she herself has a tattoo that says mum on it. Yeah, very good. Lovely artist. But as I drove away, do you know what's happened?
Go on.
I'm bored of tattoos now. I've got 2 left. I'm done. That's it. All over.
So do we have to rebrand the podcast now?
Well, as I said, I've got another couple of appointments to finish off what I've got. And when I say I'm not getting any more tattoos, I'm not getting any more big ones. Got some little gap fillers to
see.
Can I ask you what's brought on the kind of, I've got 2 more to go and I was kind of like, I had you down as like never stopping.
Well,
got to stop sometime. There's only a certain amount of real estate.
Well, you can go cover-ups, blackouts, white over black. There's plenty of options, mate. You can keep going.
The last frontier.
When I decided to embark on my tattoo journey, there was a certain aesthetic that I wanted to achieve, and I'm nearly there. So
it's fair enough.
That's good. That's fair.
Yeah.
But, although I've got to tell you, Friday night, the sun's on it. Oh, hanging.
Yeah, I would advise anyone getting a tattoo not to do it in summer. It's bad for the healing, and as I discovered on Friday, more of which in the next section, fucking hurts as well. Because you can't put sun cream on it either. That's the... I've bought myself... Anya's going to love this. So my last tattoo, let's call it my last tattoo for now, is due in November, following my own advice. Nice winter tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm going to Dubai 4 weeks after.
What is your last tattoo?
My last tattoo is basically on... So is the... this is that one. I'm going back to this artist... And there will be while this is the existential dread of our forthcoming AI overlords and how they feel once they've killed us all, on the other side will be a natural counterbalance to that in a very similar style. But
Have we seen this? Have you,
No.
Is this one of the ones you sent? We haven't seen this art
No,
yet.
you haven't seen it yet.
No.
So let me get this straight. So you're getting that done and then flying off to one of the hottest places on earth.
Yes.
Excellent. Great plan.
Not immediately.
So where are you off to?
I'm going to Dubai for Christmas.
So you're having that done and then you're flying over there?
Yeah, 3.5 weeks later.
Why are you doing that when you know the heat?
Why are you doing that? Is the question.
I'll tell you what happened. I booked the appointment some time ago because this artist is in demand. And then my sister did actually move to Dubai. So we're going out there so she'll be there for Christmas. But I've taken precautions already. I have bought
What's that then?
UV resistant arm sleeves to wear.
That'll look nice, won't it?
Fuck off.
That'll look nice.
Yeah, that's it. They're the ones in there. I think about me and here he comes.
Here
Fucking
he is.
hell, what's that going to be like around the pole?
Do you know what I mean? Put your armbands on over them, you look a treat.
Yeah, so if you know, like marathon runners wear in April, like those arm warmers, I've got.
Looking like a wide receiver.
There's two things Anya doesn't know about this.
What's that?
The fact I've booked the appointment and the fact that I've bought these arm sleeves. Apart from that, she knows.
Are you going to slide her in the case and just reveal them when you get out there? Just go on, you go to the pool first, babe. I'm just going to have a turnout and then you just put them on.
Are they literally just round the arm, or have they got they've got hand bit like
no,
just on the arm?
Just on the arm.
Because hands would have made it look ridiculous.
What colour? What colour?
They come in white. Well, you could a little bit.
What did you buy?
No, they come in a pack.
Oh, you got multicolored.
Got the rhinestones.
Yeah, so I think you get them white, black, blue, and grey, maybe. But...
I've got to see this. This I've got to see.
Yeah.
I had to wear a tubey grip on Saturday. I went to a netball competition that was in the south. I thought it'd be fine. I'd just hang about in the gazebo. But I couldn't. I had to do things. It was absolutely fucking killing me, this thing. So I had to raid the under 10s magic netball first aid kit and get myself a tubey grip out.
I'm going to be doing a little section on my own show called the David Lloyd Here He Is series. But I actually had a kid come up to me when I was skipping around the swimming pool.
This needs way more context.
You can't jump in there. Just bring it back. Bring it back.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's bring it back. Right, okay. So I picked up a skipping rope in January and learned how to skip. I
fucking love that skipping rope, didn't you?
So now, when it's a nice day, I've got a little round mat that I set out around sort of away from the swimming pool so they don't hear the whipping noise, because it does make quite a fast whipping noise as it spins round. And basically, I sort of stand there and probably skip for the best part of sometimes 2 hours at a time. I have been known to do 4 hours and 10 minutes.
In a league, aren't you, Russ?
I am in a league. We'll talk about that. I'm in a world league. I actually had the guy who invented Smart Rope is a guy who by the name of Alex Wu. Alex Wu owns a company called Tangram. Tangram are what manufacture Smart Rope. He contacted me to check that my spinning, my rope results were true.
Are there skipping rope doping going on? Is that what could be happening
in your washing machine?
Well, if you imagine like you could get these are dry contacts, so every 360 degrees is one jump.
Yes, I understand how circles work.
Or if you've got the donuts, like they have these donuts,
right,
and they spin, so you can like pretend to skip, but you're not skipping, and you're spinning around these donuts, and that goes up as well. So I think there are people that are doing this. But then there are people who are seriously skipping. And those that are seriously skipping, well, I guess what came to mind, or what someone said to me, was just suppose you could get in a battery drill and you could kind of connect the chuck to it and then wrap it around the chuck and then just hold the rope and just pull the trigger on the battery drill and that would just spin round.
It's a lot of work to be top of an online.
It is.
To the top of a league no one gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
It's starting to get serious now.
Oh, is it?
It's starting to get a little bit serious in that league now. When there's a geezer in there called who's going to carry the boats and the logs.
You showed me the boats and the logs when we played golf.
So he keeps posting scores there exactly all the right numbers. So it's like 35,000 exactly. 33,000, 24,000 exactly, 10,000 exactly, always ending in 000. Well, it makes me fucking suspicious, if I'm totally honest with you. Like, because I'm thinking to myself, has he got his phone up thing and he's just sitting there while he's working all day, just doing that all day long? Or has he got his drill out?
But then you still have to find a way to stop it at the right number.
Yeah. I mean, I actually tried to do it the other day. I actually achieved it the other day. I think my number was 30,000 exactly. So I did 30,000 exactly.
So what you're demonstrating is that your suspicions is completely unfounded and it's actually quite easy to do.
It's actually not that hard. Yeah, I am doing. I demonstrated that to myself.
We know a lot about this skipping craze because we get updated with unsolicited videos of Russell skipping to the ire of some of our good friends
and me. What I most object to,
I do apologise that you can't unsee some of these things, and I won't be doing top off. I won't be doing top off things.
It's the top off.
There you go.
Because
the only reason I do it is because I am soaked.
Yeah, but you can skip me your top off. Why do you have to film it and send it to me?
Yeah. I believe the comment from one of our good friends the other week was, "Your skipping starting to irk me," which really tickled me.
I get it. I'm actually calming it all down there. So do you know what? In the gym, like today, for example, I done boxing circuit. So I done a circuit. So I done boxing on the bag. I done training with my sit-ups and press-ups, and I did 1,000 skips at a time. So like 6.5 minutes of skipping, and then I go round in my circle. So I did six lots of that. And then do you know what? The variance was a lot nicer and a lot more better on the eye for those in my David Lloyd than this 47-year-old geezer standing there skipping for hours, bouncing, doing the same bouncing, really, doing the same thing. I do a few crossovers and double unders. I'm all right at a few of them. I've got a few moves. Nothing like Lauren jumps or
well, I was going to mention
Gardy
that because you fucked my algorithm now, and now I'm getting skipping shit through Instagram every time I have. And I guess what you have is you've got Lauren Jumps, a young, athletic, fit skipper who more deviants would probably want them to take her top off, and you, old and grey, with normal-minded people want you to put your top back on.
I sense and feel that. I see that. And I had to have a little word with myself. I did have to have a little word with myself when Mark sort of said, "Why is the top off?" And I sort of explained, well, because I get nipple rub. That ain't really it, is it? That ain't really the excuse. That is a man standing around a swimming pool with his top off, skipping.
Families around,
and as he's skipping, and as he's skipping on the video, when you watch it back, because I watched a couple of them back,
I've seen it. I can't unsee it.
I ain't doing that anymore. I won't be doing that anymore. Like I am not. As much as I've toned and I've lost a lot of weight, and I've kind of like moving in the right direction, I'm not quite there. So things are, and because of age, things are moving around.
Okay, that is the end of part 1. The plan for this week's episode was to review Iron Maiden and have a chat with Russell about his new venture, the padded cell, but unfortunately technical difficulties mean that Richard couldn't join us for the second half, and also our conversation with Russell lasted a good hour. So what we're going to do is roll that over to next week and look forward to joining us with episode 18, the padded cell part 2. Until then, if you could get in touch with Dad's Got Another Tattoo at gmail.com or any of the social media platforms at Dad's Got Another Tattoo, let us know what you think, let us know what you want more of or less of, and let us know anything else that you think might be interesting. But until then, from everyone at Mum, Dad's Got Another Tattoo, goodbye.